Hi, I'm Nick DeMarco, founder of Practichem. Our mission is to accelerate the development of cures for the world's toughest diseases. For eons, humans have relied on nature for inspiration when it comes to solving disease or other troubles that we might have. We search for leaves and roots and bark that we can boil down and make into a tea. Maybe we'd have some caffeine to give us a little more zip. We might be able to find a powder in a root that helps us with a headache. Later, as we became more familiar with chemistry, we learned how to make our own molecules that were very similar copies to natural ones. And we could tweak the molecule to improve the abilities to cure us and sometimes reduce the side effects at the same time. However, all of these small molecule therapies have one thing in common. They're all non-specific binding in the body. So as they flow through our bloodstream, they affect organs and systems within the body that they weren't meant to and cause generally some unpleasant side effects. What we need is a very specific system to make changes in our body. And here again, we can turn to nature for inspiration, but this time in our own bodies, because we have this whole system of macromolecules that move around and signal our cells to do many different things. These macromolecules are generally proteins. Instead of being 100 atoms in a molecule, they can be 100,000 or more atoms in one molecule, 1,000 times bigger. They're made in a completely different way. In fact, we can write the instructions for them just like computer code in a snippet of DNA called a plasmid. And then we can insert that plasmid into a host bacterial cell. It takes over the machinery of the bacterium and makes it produce the protein that we coded for, just like a computer program. Of course, that bacterium can then reproduce thousands and millions and billions of times until you have this huge colony of bacteria that are all producing the protein we need. So far, sounds pretty straightforward, but now we have to get that one protein out. The bacterium also uses proteins to signal within its cells. When we open it up and spill out all of its proteins, we have to isolate the one that we wanted from all the rest that we didn't want. Our technology purifies the proteins. It's a necessary step for every biotherapeutic out there. Practichem is taking a very new approach, making it far easier for scientists to purify proteins, therefore speeding up the development of cures for the world's toughest diseases. This is about a $7 billion market, and it's growing at about 8% a year. In fact, of all the drug candidates in front of the FDA right now for approval, more than 50% are biotherapeutics. We need your help. We need scientists and engineers and other creative people to help us move this mission forward. Thanks for watching. Oh, and don't forget to hit like so other people can see our message.